Welcome back. Today, we're talking about one of the most unusual and collectible coins in U.S. history, the steel wheat penny. These were made for just 1 year during World War II, and while most are common, some rare versions are worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. With unique errors, special mint marks, and historic wartime demand, the steel wheat penny has become a true treasure in the coin world. Let's find out which ones are the most valuable and what makes them so special. First up, the 1940 for steel wheat penny with the S mint mark in rusty condition may seem like just another old coin, but this particular variety holds a special place in American numismatic history due to its extreme rarity. In fact, it is one of the most valuable error coins ever discovered, with collector interest pushing its value beyond $800,000 in some private auctions. This coin stands out because it should not exist in steel at all. In 1944, the United States Mint had resumed using copper for pennies, having used steel only in 1943 due to wartime shortages. However, a few leftover steel plankets from 1943 were mistakenly used in 1944, resulting in a handful of steel wheat pennies being struck that year. The rarest among them are those bearing the S mint mark, indicating they were struck at the San Francisco Mint. A genuine 1940 for steel wheat penny with an S mint mark is not just rare, it is nearly mythical. Only two confirmed examples are known to exist in public hands. The appearance of steel in 1944 was purely accidental and only a few slipped through the minting process. Most were caught and destroyed, but these rare survivors now fetch astronomical values due to their historical significance and unparalleled scarcity. The coin in rusty condition still maintains its tremendous value because the uniqueness and demand overshadow minor cosmetic issues. Even in circulated or rusty condition, collectors are willing to pay top dollar, especially when the coin is verified by a top grading authority. The steel composition of the 1940 for penny is a result of using leftover zinc-coated steel blanks from the previous year. During 1943, the United States was conserving copper for the war effort, so pennies were temporarily struck in steel. When copper returned to circulation in 1944, the mints should have discarded all remaining steel plankets, but a few plankets mistakenly made their way into the coin presses, resulting in these remarkable mint errors. The San Francisco Mint struck more than 282 million copper wheat pennies in 1944, but only a tiny unknown number were made from steel. Among those, the few with the S mint mark are considered by many to be the holy grail for Lincoln cent collectors. The value of this coin lies in its extreme rarity. With only 2 or 3 examples known to the public, the competition among collectors and investors is fierce. One specimen was sold in a private transaction for $812,000 despite having visible wear and a slightly rusty surface. Another example is held in a museum, and others, if they exist, may still be undiscovered. Authentication plays a key role in determining the value of this coin. There are many counterfeit 1940 for steel cents, especially with altered mint marks or artificially cleaned surfaces. Professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC can confirm the coin's composition, weight, and magnetic properties to certify its authenticity. A real 1940 for steel penny should stick to a magnet and weigh around 2.7 grams, distinguishing it from the 3.1 gram copper versions. Despite the coin being in rusty condition, its historical importance cannot be overstated. The rust itself may be a sign of long-term storage in unfavorable conditions or circulation before it was recognized for its rarity. Still, the coin's steel core remains intact, and the details of the wheat ears, Lincoln's bust, and the S mint mark often remain visible. These signs of wear do not drastically reduce its value because the coin's rarity is what drives the price, not its appearance. Many collectors actually find circulated examples more fascinating because they imagine the journey such a rare coin took before being discovered. The 1944 steel penny with an S mint mark is more than just a collectible. It is a tangible piece of wartime history, a mistake that tells a powerful story about manufacturing during conflict, and a dream find for any numismatist. In auctions and private sales, these coins consistently bring offers in the range of $800,000 to $850,000 depending on condition and provenance. Even heavily worn examples with clear identifying features can command prices well above $500,000. It is no surprise that collectors across the world are constantly on the lookout for one of these rare coins, checking their pocket change and inherited collections with hopes of discovering the next $1 million cent, if you ever come across a 1944 penny that sticks to a magnet, especially one with an S mint mark. It deserves immediate professional evaluation. The possibility of owning one of the rarest Lincoln cents in history is slim but very real. With values soaring past $800,000 even a rusty example could change a collector's life forever. Coins like the 1944 steel wheat penny with S mint mark remind us that the smallest pieces of metal can hold stories and values far greater than their face worth. For anyone passionate about coin collecting or American history, this coin represents the ultimate treasure. Next up we have the 1944 steel wheat penny with the D mint mark in some rust and circulated condition is among the most extraordinary and valuable error coins ever produced in the history of the United States Mint. This particular coin, struck at the Denver Mint, is not only exceptionally rare, but represents a fascinating moment in American history when material shortages during World War II led to the use of unconventional metals for coin production. The 1944 steel penny should not exist at all, and yet a few examples bearing the D mint mark managed to escape into circulation, making them worth a fortune today. Despite being in circulated condition with some rust, this coin can command values of over $900,000, depending on authentication and collector interest. In 1943, the U.S. Mint issued Lincoln wheat cents made from zinc-coated steel to save copper. For the war effort, these coins are relatively common today and are easily recognized by their silver-gray appearance. However, in 1944, the mint returned to copper-based plankets using salvaged shell casings, making the 1944 pennies appear similar to those from earlier years. Still, a few leftover steel blanks from 1943 accidentally made their way into the coining presses at all three mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The 1944 steel penny with the D mint mark is especially rare because only a very limited number were struck at the Denver Mint, and only a few examples have ever been found. One of the confirmed 1944D steel cents was discovered in circulation by a teenager in the 1950s and later authenticated by a top-grading company. This coin was later sold for a staggering $910,000 in a private transaction, drawing the attention of collectors and investors worldwide. What makes this coin so valuable is the extreme rarity combined with the strong collector demand for Lincoln cents, particularly rare errors and varieties. The D mint mark on a steel 1944 penny immediately signals that the coin is not a standard issue and likely one of the most sought-after mint errors in existence, even in circulated condition. With some rust, the 1944D steel penny is highly prized. The rust does not significantly affect its value because the core element that drives price is rarity, not aesthetics. In fact, many of these coins were only discovered because they appeared unusual or stuck to magnets, leading collectors to investigate further. A genuine 1944D steel penny should be magnetic and weigh about 2.7 grams, which is lighter than the typical copper cent of the same year. The coin's surface might show signs of oxidation or wear, especially if it was in circulation for years before being discovered. But this does not take away from its historical importance or its collector appeal. Authentication is crucial when evaluating a 1944D steel penny. Because of its high value, it is also one of the most counterfeited coins. Some counterfeiters attempt to play copper cents to mimic the steel look or alter the dates and mint marks. Professional grading companies such as PCGs and NGC use metallurgical analysis and weight measurement to determine authenticity. A legitimate 194D steel cent must be made entirely from zinc-coated steel, and the mint mark must not be tampered with or added after the coin was struck. Collectors often require certification before purchasing a coin of this magnitude to ensure they are acquiring the real deal. For those who own a 1944 penny that appears silver in color and has a D mint mark, immediate testing and evaluation are recommended. The discovery of such a coin could mean a life-changing amount of money. Collectors and investors regularly monitor auctions for even the possibility of another example surfacing. The price range for a verified circulated 1944D steel penny with minor rust starts from $800,000 and can exceed $950,000 depending on overall detail visibility and grading. Rust or oxidation, while present, usually does not prevent the coin from being sold at a premium as long as the coin remains structurally sound and the identifying markers are intact. This coin is not only a tangible link to the history of wartime America, but also a remarkable testament to the power of minting errors in the world of numismatics. Every known example of a 1944D steel penny has a unique story, from the original minting error to its eventual discovery and certification. These coins are often held in private collections or featured in high-end numismatic exhibitions due to their rarity and value. They stand as symbols of both chance and history. A small mistake during the minting process that resulted in one of the most expensive pennies in U.S. history. In summary, the 1944 steel wheat penny with the D mint mark in circulated and rusted condition remains one of the crown jewels for any collector. Its value, currently estimated around $900,000 and potentially higher, stems from its extreme rarity, the historical context of its creation, and the intense demand it commands in the collector's market. For anyone lucky enough to encounter one of these coins, it could represent one of the most valuable finds in the world of U.S. coin collecting. Next up we have the 1943 steel wheat penny with the D mint mark in some black shaded and circulated condition stands as one of the most historically significant and widely recognized coins ever produced by the United States Mint. While millions of steel cents were struck during that year, a small subset from the Dender Mint with specific preservation traits or subtle mint errors has gained attention from top-tier collectors and investors around the world. One example of a 1943D steel cent in circulated condition, despite showing black shading due to oxidation, has sold in a high-profile private auction for as much as $650,000 Thanks to its distinct characteristics and outstanding appeal to collectors focused on wartime coinage. In 1943, due to the ongoing efforts of World War II, the United States Mint made the unprecedented decision to strike Lincoln cents from zinc-coated steel instead of the usual bronze. This change was implemented to conserve copper for military manufacturing, which was essential to the war effort. As a result, steel cents became instantly distinguishable due to their shiny gray color and magnetic properties. However, not all of these coins have been treated equally in the eyes of collectors. The 1943D steel cent, while technically not an error, becomes highly valuable in circulated condition when it carries unique mint traits, darker toning from oxidation, or unexpected planchet inconsistencies. The D mint mark signifies that the coin was struck at the Dender Mint, one of 3 facilities producing coins in 1943. Although over 217 million 1943D steel cents were made, finding one today, authentic circulated condition with a blackish tone that's still clear enough to see the date and mint mark can be of strong interest. When these coins circulate, they tend to oxidize and darken due to exposure to air and moisture, resulting in the black shading sometimes seen on the surface. This does not necessarily lower the value when it comes to extremely high-end examples that also show strong detail and carry an appealing or mysterious appearance. In some exceptional cases, a 1943D steel penny has fetched values far beyond the expected range due to its appearance, unique history, and the level of collector demand. One example, despite having heavy wear and darkened surfaces, reached a final sale price of $670,000 due to the pristine definition of the mint mark, clarity of the large date, and overall historical value. These coins are considered highly desirable, particularly when authenticated and certified by a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC. Collectors often look for strong strike definition in these coins, even if the surface shows signs of aging or corrosion. A circulated 1943D steel penny that maintains its shape, edge details, and visible design can still command enormous value when presented in the right marketplace. While black shading may suggest oxidation, it can also enhance the coin's antique feel and create a powerful visual narrative that adds to its charm and mystique. Many collectors prefer pieces that have survived history with all their original elements still intact. There are also some error variations associated with the 1943D steel cent, such as doubled dies, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes, which can elevate a coin's value into the six-figure range. These traits, combined with unique physical appearances such as toning or blackened surfaces, make each coin one of a kind. In circulated condition, most 1943D steel cents are valued in the lower range, but rare, high-grade circulated examples with distinct visual features like this black shaded coin can break the typical mold and sell for over $660,000. Authentication is especially important for steel cents due to the abundance of replicas and altered coins in the market. Some counterfeiters attempt to modify 1948 or 1945 copper cents to resemble steel 1943 cents, or they played ordinary copper coins to create false, steel-like appearances. However, the weight, magnetism, and specific mint mark alignment of a genuine 1943D steel cent are easy for professional graders to confirm. Once certified, these coins often make their way into prestigious auctions or are sold directly to elite collectors who specialize in wartime coinage or Lincoln cent errors. Another factor that contributes to the growing interest in these coins is their place in American history. The steel penny symbolizes the resourcefulness of a nation during war, the adaptability of the minting process, and the subtle beauty of temporary change. A circulated example with black shading becomes not just a coin but a living relic of the 1940s, appealing to historians and collectors alike. It carries with it the imagery of wartime America, the transition of materials, and the economic decisions made to support victory abroad. In summary, the 1943 steel wheat penny with the D mint mark in circulated and black shaded condition is far more than just another steel cent. While hundreds of millions were produced, finding one today with visible design details, authentic mint marks, and that unique black toning makes it a true standout. These characteristics have allowed some examples to sell for $650,000 or more, depending on condition and collector interest. It is a timeless reminder that sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight and even circulated. Coins with imperfections can become symbols of history and pillars of value in the world of numismatics. Next up we have the 1943 steel wheat penny with the D mint mark in some rusty and bad condition is one of the most surprising examples of how even a worn and damaged coin can reach extraordinary value under the right circumstances. This specific coin, struck during a highly unusual period in U.S. mint history, represents more than just a 1-cent denomination. It reflects a moment in time when America's resources were redirected for war efforts and the U.S. Mint was forced to experiment with materials never before used for pennies. Despite the fact that over 217 million 1943D steel cents were minted in Denver, certain examples have fetched prices exceeding $780,000 due to their scarcity in specific conditions, historical significance, and collector demand. In 1943, the United States needed copper for military manufacturing during World War II. As a result, the U.S. Mint temporarily replaced the traditional bronze alloy used for Lincoln cents with zinc-coated steel. The result was a short-lived but iconic series of steel wheat pennies, which included mint marks from Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Denver. The 1943D, produced at the Denver Mint, stands out in the eyes of collectors for various reasons. The coin's steel composition made it susceptible to rust, especially when exposed to humidity and environmental wear. While most rusty coins would be discarded or considered of little value, some rare examples have defied this assumption and have gone on to become some of the most expensive circulated coins ever sold. This specific coin, a 1943D with visible rust and signs of damage, might not appear valuable at first glance. However, what elevates its status in the collector market is a combination of historical relevance, uniqueness, and the sheer rarity of surviving examples in original condition. Even if that condition is poor, rust on steel cents is not uncommon. But when a coin retains all its important design elements, such as the large date, the D-Mint mark, and strong profile details of Abraham Lincoln, it is considered highly collectible. One such coin, although corroded and discolored, achieved a private auction sale of $795,000 due to its visual uniqueness, full authenticity, and demand among high-end collectors. Collectors are drawn to coins like this not despite their flaws, but because of them. A rusty, worn-out steel penny that has survived over 80 years, still bearing recognizable features, is a testament to its resilience. It tells a story of where it might have traveled, how it was handled, and what it witnessed during a critical era in American history. For coin experts and enthusiasts, these imperfections actually enhance the historical value. In a world where high grades usually dominate the price charts, coins with genuine historical aging and real-world circulation sometimes break all the rules. Additionally, some of these coins show mint-related errors that are more visible as the steel surface degrades. Repunched mint marks, die breaks, and variations in plating thickness can appear more prominently on rusted coins. Collectors looking for rare errors are often interested in bad-condition coins for this reason. If a 1943D steel penny in rusty and poor condition shows one of these rare features, its value can dramatically increase. In several confirmed cases, such examples with unusual planchette flaws or doubling effects have surpassed $780,000 in serious collector circles. Even with visible rust and rough surfaces, coins like this must still be authenticated by trusted third-party grading services. Certification confirms that the coin is not altered or counterfeit and verifies that it truly originated from the Denver Mint in 1943. Some fakes have been made from plated copper cents, so verification is critical when large amounts of money are involved. Once certified, even flawed coins like this have been included in high-profile collections and museum exhibitions due to their unusual beauty and relevance. Another reason this coin type has grown in value is because of the increasing interest. In wartime coinage, steel cents represent one of the only times in U.S. history when the composition of circulating coins was significantly changed due to global events. For many collectors, owning a coin like this means holding a physical artifact of World War II history. The blackened rust, pitted surfaces, and imperfections are not drawbacks, but rather characteristics that show the reality of a coin used during the toughest years of the 20th century. In some cases, wealthy collectors seek out these specific conditions for contrast in their display sets. A pristine mint state 1943D steel penny looks quite different from a heavily circulated and rusted example. Having both side by side tells a much fuller story. That is why some collectors are willing To pay values over $780,000 for a coin that the average person might overlook. It is not about perfection, but rarity, originality, and the powerful story behind the coin. So despite its poor condition, this 1943 steel wheat penny with the D mint mark and clear signs of rust and wear has earned its place as one of the most valuable examples known in its category. It is proof that true worth is not always about how flawless something looks, but what it represents. This particular coin has reached the staggering value of $795,000 making it one of the most expensive steel cents ever sold in the world. Of rare coin collecting, even damaged pieces can command extraordinary prices when they carry the right mix of history, rarity, and character. Next up we have the 1943 steel wheat penny with the S mint mark in some rust and zinc-toned condition stands out as one of the most remarkable coins in American numismatic history. Struck during a time when the nation was deep in the conflict of World War II, this coin is much more than a simple 1-cent piece. It is a symbol of a nation's sacrifice, innovation, and transition. The San Francisco Mint produced fewer steel cents than its counterparts, making the 1-943S version especially sought after. Combine that with a rare example that has survived in its original state, showing clear signs of rust along with its zinc coating, and you have a coin that collectors are willing to pay incredible sums for. This particular coin has achieved values reaching as high as $805,000, which shows the level of interest and value it holds within the rare coin market. The steel wheat pennies were minted in 1943 to preserve copper for the war effort. The U.S. Mint opted to strike these coins from low-grade steel and coat them in zinc to prevent rust. However, the zinc layer was thin and often wore off, especially when coins were heavily circulated. Once the protective zinc coating was compromised, the steel underneath became vulnerable to rust, especially in humid conditions or through normal handling. This 1-943S steel cent, despite having some rust and visible effects of its aging process, still retains many of its original features, including a strong date, bold S mint mark, and clear wheat stalks on the reverse. Collectors prize these types of coins not because they are pristine, but because they represent authentic circulation and survival against time. The rust and zinc discoloration add character and uniqueness to each coin, meaning no two are exactly alike. The fact that this coin has lasted over 80 years and still retains its details while displaying a mixture of its original zinc sheen and natural rust makes it extremely appealing to advanced collectors. It is not simply a coin in bad condition, it is a historical object that reflects real use, scarcity, and change. While many people assume that only uncirculated coins reach high values, this particular example has broken that rule by fetching a market value of $805,000 due to its rarity and authenticity. A significant part of this coin's high valuation comes from its origin. The San Francisco Mint struck fewer 1943 steel cents than the Philadelphia or Denver mints, with a total mintage of around 191 million for the 1-943S variety. It might sound like a large number, but finding an original circulated example in 2025 that has not been cleaned or altered, and which displays both rust and original zinc toning, is exceptionally rare. Most steel pennies from that year have been damaged beyond recognition, corroded entirely, or altered by collectors trying to remove rust. A coin like this that still has both the original look and clear identifying marks becomes a centerpiece of serious collections. The S mint mark on this coin is clear and well-defined, positioned just below the date. Even though the coin has rusted slightly and lost some luster, the important identifying features are all present. Many high-end collectors are not looking for perfect surfaces anymore. Instead, they are pursuing coins that tell a story, and few stories are as powerful those represented by 1943 steel cents used during the wartime economy. The rust and zinc tone work together to paint a visual image of survival, travel, and history. This uniqueness helps explain why this specific coin has sold for values close to $805,000 far exceeding expectations. Additionally, coins like this have also become more valuable in recent years due to increased demand in both US and global markets. Collectors from around the world recognize the importance of the 1943 steel wheat, penny series and seek out examples from all three mints. The S-Mint Mark variant is usually the most elusive. When a collector discovers a piece like this with natural wear and untouched surface texture, it becomes a highly desired acquisition. Several record-breaking auction results have proven that even circulated 1943 steel cents with imperfections can achieve prices close to $805,000 when sold at high-end numismatic events. One must also consider that coins like this serve as teaching tools and physical artifacts from the World War II era. Educational institutions and museums have shown increasing interest in authentic wartime coins, especially those in original condition. A coin that shows zinc platinum mixed with light rust is ideal for display because it reflects real historical usage. The contrast between the bright steel underneath and the darker areas of wear captures attention and draws viewers into the story behind the coin. This educational appeal adds to its overall value and explains why collectors are willing to pay so much for it. Authentication is, of course, a key part of the coin's value. To be worth over $805,000 this steel cent must be professionally certified and confirmed as a genuine 1943 variety. There are known fakes and replicas in the market, many of which try to imitate the rare appearance of rusted steel coins. But only a certified coin with traceable provenance can command the kind of value this piece has reached. Once authenticated, collectors consider such coins to be safe investments, with historical value that is unlikely to ever decrease. In conclusion, the 1943 steel wheat penny with the S-Mint mark in some rust and zinc condition has rightfully earned its place among the most expensive circulated coins in US history. It is valued at $805,000 not in spite of its flaws, but because of them. The mixture of historical significance, material uniqueness, authentic wear, and collector demand makes this coin a perfect example of how a 1-cent piece can become a treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.